Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Great Gibraltar Draft with Hound Dogs. Today we are coming back nice and early to take a look at our games against Applewell in the European Champions League playoffs. So, big game. There's not much to say really other with schedule. So before I jump into things, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you get more of this great content. But like I say, there's nothing really to update you on. We haven't played a game since the end of the season. And we're going straight into the Applewell game. 2 legs, so we'll make sure it's cut down nice and short for you to try and not make this video too long. But we'll have a good look. Now, transfer-wise, not much has happened. We've obviously brought in a couple of players that we were already organised to. So Ethan Amundsen Day, he's come in. He's going to be developing as a defensive midfielder, ball-winning player there. Lucas Lightguard, again, a fullback, looks pretty decent and good to kind of develop there. And Maktar Silla as well. He's a centre-back who's looked to come in and hopefully develop quite nicely. Now, there are a few outgoings, the likes of Orsay and Pembele Bula. He's gone back to the Dominican Republic of Congo. We sold him for a bit of money. Simon Biertgaard as well, gone to Velgi. So a bit of profit on those two. Stefan Badji, as we were aware, was moving to Antalyaspor. And Marcus Lindberg has gone back to Fremad Amager in Denmark. So not much really to note on that front. There were a bunch of players that did get released on a free. I probably could show you those actually. Yeah, here you go. Abdul Yoda, Marcus Bundgaard, Jivan Byrne, Matty Williams, Terence Bayer, Theo Trinker, Jalen Hawkins and Sean Calderon. All players that weren't really in the squad this season. They came in, did a job. They were obviously already at the club, maybe, that sort of thing. But they weren't going to be good enough to stick around because we have got a pretty decent squad now. I have moved a bunch of players into the first team who are all old enough, as well as players that may be looking to move into the first team squad. So you can see there, it's a massive, massive squad at the moment. And lots of players unregistered because we can't register them because we have very little Gibraltar players because of the money we've spent and that sort of thing. So hopefully that will change as the seasons go on. So you can see there lots and lots of unregistered players. But this is the team we're going for today, sticking with our favoured 4-3-3. In goal, Golstorff there, Ramirez at right back, Wisdom and Koch at the centre backs, and Salah at left back. Keita, Pereira, Desart and Dierasuba in midfield, and then up top, the three that have been kind of running things for us with Bareback, Romero and Pella. And then on the bench, we've got Wildenberg, who can play anywhere on the back, Marlos, Sergio Silva and Dede. I mean, it might have been a good idea to maybe swap out one of the centre-backs, especially as Dede's not very happy. But yeah, we'll see. I think we can change things if we get to any sort of European game. So we'll or actual tournament. We'll see. I think, obviously, if we get nicked out here, I think we maybe go into the Europa League kind of games. I don't know how low we go, though. I don't know if it goes down to the Europa Conference League. I'm not actually sure about that. But first game at home, Ramirez with a corner in the first minute. This is very exciting. I wasn't expecting us to get any sniff of the ball, as they are a very good team, Applewell. They are obviously favourites in this game, but we've got a few good players in our side who I think can make a bit of a difference. Ramirez looking to take on the fullback, who he's just not able to do as the ball's launched clear. Koch gets caught out there, and Gibraltar wins it, but we do get it back. Romero, now Salah on this left-hand side, looking to drive down here. Romero's in front of him if he can find him. He does. He looks inside to Graziano Pella. He's not quite able to get a shot away as he's kind of pushed wide, but Romero's ball in is cleared in the end, and now they look to launch the ball forward. But Ramirez, again, latching onto this one. We're keeping him pinned back for the first couple of minutes at least. Ramirez down this right-hand side. Can he get a ball into the box? We've got a few players in there as it's whipped in. Graziano Pella's up with the header. And there it is, 1-0. First 2 minutes, this is not what I was expecting. I thought we were going to get absolutely battered. But a 1-0 start to the game in the first couple of minutes, we are absolutely flying. I mean, yeah, I'm in a bit of shock, I'll be honest. Ramirez down this right-hand side, doing what he does best, getting that delivery in, and Graziano Pella just rising, as he always does, causing problems for the defenders in the box. And that is 1-0. Let's see if we can keep this going throughout the whole game, because So far, so good. It's a corner now. 25 minutes in. Ramirez looking deep. It is headed clear. But we will get back on the end of that. Pereira de Sá looks back out wide to Ramirez, who's got a second bite of the cherry to deliver this ball. Finds Cock on the edge of the box. He's going to look back to Pereira de Sá and then into Wisdom. Back at the two centre-halves are working together, keeping this ball between them. It would be nice if we can kind of create something and move it out of this little area. Trying to create some triangles. Now Salah involved. He's going to drive down this left-hand side, taking on his man to try and get delivery in. Can he get a yard and cross? He does. Pella's there. And that's 2-0. I'll be honest. Again, like I say, I have not been expecting this. But Graziano Pella's second goal of the game, looking very, very good so far. They haven't really had a sniff. And Salah driving down this left-hand side delivers a lovely ball into Pella, who gets in front of his men and in between the two defenders slots it past the keeper on the volley, making it 2-0 on the half-an-hour mark. And we come forward once again, 5 minutes before the end of the half, and Romero receives a ball from a throw-in. His turn to deliver. Pella's not quite able to get to that one this time, as it is headed clear, and it will be Applewell looking to move the ball forward. Charalabus playing it back now to the centre-half, who looks back across to the keeper. They're looking to switch the ball over to the pitch. A bit of space now in the midfield for them, as it comes up to their striker, Cavite. But it is played back. We're forcing them back quite nicely. We're not allowing them too much time on the ball. As Marku, now back to Dimitru. They're keeping it quite well as a ball is switched long over the top. Ramirez isn't able to get up there. His height probably the detriment to him there. Ndongala through on goal. And that is a goal back for them. 2-1, 5 minutes before half-time. Not a great time to concede, really, because that gives them a bit of hope in getting back in the game in this first leg. Obviously, it is a two-leg tie, so we've got still work to do. And that is their first shot on target, which isn't a great sign. But as we go into half-time, we are looking very dominant. And maybe I underestimated the boys and what they can do in this game. I think at this stage, maybe there's not much we'll do. We might bring Marlos on for one of the midfielders in the second half to hopefully rest them up a little bit. Maybe take Dirasuba off because he's on a yellow. Don't want any big mistakes like that going down. Wouldn't be ideal, that's for sure. Would not be ideal. As I say that, Bareback is injured and we'll probably have to put Marlos on that right-hand side instead. So he'll be coming in there on that right-hand side as John Christoph Bareback is having to come off now. With half an hour to go, 2-1 up, things are still looking pretty good. And with 15 minutes to go now, Keita receives the ball from Ramirez on this right-hand side from a throw-in. Pereira de Sá looking to come inside, then finds Cock, who's back to Keita, looks for a ball over the top. I mean, I'm not sure exactly what he was trying to do there, as it is nodded back to the keeper for Applewell to come forward once again. Kumas now, the goalkeeper, looking to find someone to play it to, as he's struggling a little bit by the looks of it, delaying things. But long ball forward, Cock does well to head it away, but it is fallen, or has fallen to Charalabus. Dimitru, then Kavitsas. He's cut inside and found Ndongala, the goal scorer, who's driven through the centre of the defence. And that is a leveller. That's number 2 for him and for Applewell to make things 2-2 in the game. Maybe we got a bit excited. maybe we are the team that we expected. Maybe the boys got that kind of boost from playing in the Champions League. But, I mean, we're still looking very good with our performance. Lots of shots on target. But it just seems like they're just a bit more clinical than us. As the ball looks to go over the top, but Cook does well there. I mean, I thought he got caught out on the wrong side of the defender, but he did manage to get back in and win that ball. Romero's not able to get past his man as he looks for a ball over the top to Salafu, who's made that deep run from midfield. It's defended well, but falls to Pella, who finds Salafu again, whose long-range effort rattles the crossbar and goes in. So we're back in the lead with 10 minutes to go. 3-2. I mean, it'd be great to go to Cyprus with this lead as we go into the later stages of the game. With Salafu doing well initially, a fantastic defensive block there, but Pella gets onto the poor clearance, and Salafu just smashes it in off the bar for 3-2. It's a cleared ball, and Romero does actually manage to latch onto that and cause problems for the defender, as Salafu's been played through. Can he finish this one? Not quite, as the keeper does well to match him. If he popped that one in, that could have been a real game changer. Can we look at maybe making a substitution? Wildenberg, I'm thinking we might actually swap Romero off for him. He can play a little bit further forward maybe. Otherwise, we'll leave it at that. I don't want to make too many changes at this stage as it's so late on. Ramirez, though, cuts it back to Pereira de Sá. The highlight's still going as we were making that sub. Keita back to Ramirez, then inside to Pereira de Sá, who's inside the box now with a whipped ball to the back post for Ramirez's header. And I have no idea how that's been kept out, but it's hit the post and kind of trickled across the line. Ramirez's long-range effort is blocked, and that will probably be that. Although, he has managed to keep that in as he lays it back to Pereira de Sá, who again whips that ball in, but Kumas collects that comfortably in goal. And 5 minutes left on the clock. And it's Marlos with the delivery. I mean, it's gone straight through to Kumas, who collects, and there is still 5 minutes added time. So Apoel could still get something more from this game, which could cause us some problems going into the second leg, as it's launched forward. It's gone straight over Koch, who's been absolutely done by that long ball. Ebesillo as well. I mean, there's loads of room outside on the Stiliano, who's on this right foot. He's going to whip that across, and Aguiagong, I have no idea how he's missed that, as that was on a plate for him just to head it home. But we've got away with one, and which I think we needed that bit of luck. I think we deserved it with kind of the performance we've put in today. Graziano Pella getting 2 goals. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Worked well getting those balls into the box, and we will now jump ahead to the second leg and hopefully continue this run of form. Jean-Christophe Baerback out for 4 to 5 weeks isn't good at all. Pella ends the goal drought though, which is good. Getting a goal and an assist, influential in all the goals in today's game. But let's jump ahead and get into the second leg. And here we are back at the game. The next one, second leg, we are obviously winning, so that's a positive. The negative is the fact that Diarasuba is injured. He could technically play. I don't want to risk him. Michael as well is still got a fitness test issue along with that, as well as the likes of Carlson and Baerback both being injured, as we saw. So we're a little bit limited in our players today. We've got Cincialo, Dede and Sergio Silva on the bench. So we've only got the 3. Marlos coming in on right wing. Wildenberg will be playing at right back today, with Ramirez slotting in centre midfield. I think we've still got enough to get it done. I'm hoping so anyway. There's only one way to find out, and that's to crack on with this game and, fingers crossed, get through to the next round. It'll be a tough one, but hey, I think it's doable. Apoel coming forward, hoping to do what we did to them in the first leg, as it is a long-range effort by Undongala, but it flies over the bar and is no worries at all for Gustav in goal. And now it's our turn to come forward. 8 minutes in, Wildenberg on this right-hand side, coming in on his left foot, his favoured left foot, finding Koch, who found Keita. Now Wildenberg once again. He will naturally come inside on his left foot, so we haven't got that much width out there, but he has managed to get hold of this on this side. Cuts back on his left, finds Marlos, who lays it back to Wildenberg, who's coming inside again, driving in, a long-range effort, and smashes it into the left-hand side of the goal. With 4-2 up on aggregate, 1-0 up today in the first 10 minutes. Wildenberg with a lovely strike coming in on that from that right-hand side on his left foot. The natural left back playing at right back today because of injuries, and he has absolutely smashed that in. Keeper's got no chance. 1-0 Hound Dogs, 4-2 on aggregate. And it's only moments later where we're actually coming forward again. This time Salah's side, getting the ball into the box. It is headed clear, but will we be able to get back to that one? Keita does well to get there. Pereira de Sá receives it. He has to go back to Andre Wisdom, but he should be able to find some space out wide for Wildenberg, who's looking inside to Pereira de Sá, who turns on the spot, but plays back to Wildenberg again, who will drive into the space, finding Marlos on the right-hand side, the head of youth development for our club. Back to Wildenberg, whose right-footed cross does come in. It's not a great cross, but it's a fumble by Kumas, and Graziano Pella latches onto that one as it's bouncing around in the box and just pokes it home into effectively an open net. We're 5-2 up now on aggregate. I mean, it wasn't the best of goals, I'll be honest. It was a little bit scrappy, but we'll absolutely take it. It was a very deep cross. The keeper's just flapped at it. and basically gave it to Pella just to tap in for number 2 of the game. And we're getting to half time now. Nothing's really happened since the second goal, but I'm not complaining about that whatsoever. We're looking very, very comfortable, very confident as well. So we'll get straight into the second half. And I mean, I'll be happy if nothing happens in the second half and we win 5-2 on aggregate. But it is a highlight for us in the first 4 minutes. Pereira de Sá receiving the ball in from the right-hand side. Then Wisdom getting it back across to Cock at the back. Plenty of time for us as we're so very high up the pitch. Salah looking down the line to Romero. Maximiliano Romero having to cut back here. Plays it back to Salah, who may look to take on his man and get a ball into the box, which he loves to do. And he does do that. It flies to the back post. It's over the top of Marlos, and they do head it clear. But Woudenberg, who's been very good today, gets involved once again. Pereira de Sá goes on a little bit of a driving run there. Woudenberg, again, though, plays it onto his left foot, finds Pella in the box, who takes a touch, lays it back to Woudenberg. Then Keita, who's back to Woudenberg. There's lots of space on this right-hand side. He gets past his man, plays it back to Marlos, he's going to get a shot away. He does on his left foot, but it just goes wide of the post. But we're looking very, very good away from home. Graziano Pella not able to win that clearance header, though. And it does fall back to Applewell, who's played a lovely bit of triangular football here. Nicolau on this left-hand side will cut it back. They look to play it back to him, who's balled into the box. I mean, we managed to kind of flap it away and end up clearing it, but it is a foul on the keeper, so we get a little bit away with that one anyway. So things are still looking good. Half an hour to go, but they have got a corner and they are putting more and more pressure on our goal. It is a header from a corner that is headed wide, so we, again, maybe get away with that one as it was a decent chance for them. That they didn't really capitalise on. A header away by Marcu only falls to Maximiliano Romero, but his pass doesn't find Pella, and they're able to launch the ball forward. A flick down for Aguiapong, whose long range effort. I think he was trying to kind of dink it around the keeper, but that was never going to work, and we get away with it for a goal kick. It's a long ball forward to Graziano Pella. A missed header does only come through to Theophanis, and they're able to kind of sweep that up at the back. But they're working the ball well in the midfield to find Abasilo, then Aguiapong, then Kvitsala, who's ball through, finds Dungala. We've got no players anywhere near it. Gustav tried to kind of give him the eyes to make him go down the line, but it wasn't enough. And a lovely little dink by Dungala, who's been very, very good for them today. And last game as well. He's been kind of their standout player. Maybe someone we should take a look at in the future, you know. 33 years old, but looks half decent. Could play on the wing as well. Maybe we'll take an eye on that and update you on next episode. But Gustav, long ball forward. We still got 2 goals in hand, so we're looking very comfortable still. Nothing too much to worry about, although they are picking up the pace a bit and getting better and better as the game goes on. Dimitriou plays it back to Theophanis, who plays it out wide, and they're working the ball really nicely here, keeping this ball, and our midfield is nowhere to be seen at the moment. Kvitsala out wide again to Charabalus, who is their width. Their fullbacks are their width, and if we're able to kind of counteract them, we should be fine on any crosses. But a lot of their goals have been just coming straight through the middle, so that's the only worry we've got. But it's a long ball forward by Kumas, who gifted us that second goal of ours. It's another header by Kvitsala, whose head was fantastically put through. And Woudenberg looks like he's going to get sent off here for a second yellow card offence. This is certainly not ideal. Still with 18 minutes to go, we're going to have to work something out here and try and make things happen. I think what we might have to look at doing is maybe pop Ramirez back at right back, Marlos come inside, and we go quite central with our play. If we change him to an advanced forward, maybe Pella can play that target man role. And we don't go quite as attacking, maybe a bit more balanced there. That's probably the best we're going to do with this one. Maybe we could pop Andre Wisdom out on that right-hand side, in fact, and move Ramirez maybe into the kind of midfield where Keita is, as Kate is looking a bit jaded. Bring on the likes of Sergio Silva for them. Let's do that. We've moved a few players around. We have only got 10 men now, but Marlos is taking a free kick. It's a long free kick. It's hit the bar. It's a great effort in the end, but not quite enough to get a goal. But we're still looking okay. We're not too concerned at the moment. We're still staying strong, but they are looking to get further and further forward as Marlos finds Pereira de Sá, who's going to drive now. Tries to find Graziano Pella, but he hasn't got the pace to get on the end of that. As a long ball forward is just going to get swept up by Goldstoff in the end in goal, who's got plenty of time, and hopefully he will just slow it down a little bit. Waited for someone to come for him. I mean, it's an awful pass for sure. Nowhere near any of the players that we need it to be, but they do go again, and it is Ndungala again driving through the middle. He finds Dimitriou, who looks for that ball on the outside, but Salah's able to kind of cut that out. Romero's going to have to go up for this one. Isn't able to win that header, and it will be Apoel coming forward once again. They are relentless at this stage. 15 minutes to go, and we're going to have to really work hard to hold on. Maybe some more changes are needed to try and stop them from scoring again, because this is looking bad. An absolutely open man in the middle just taps it home. I don't even know what our defence was doing there. They were all over the shop. You could see it from a mile off that he was so far and open. You've got it here. I don't know what Salah's doing, coming all the way in here. But then Sergio Silva or Cox gone out to that left-hand side. Neither Wisdom or Salah are anywhere near that player. And it's another goal for them, which is not good at all. Dede, we will be bringing you on for Romero, who's had a poor game, and we will be slotting you just in there, in the middle, where Cox is going to be there. Graziano Pella, you're going to be just doing that. In possession, we're just going to go stay like that. Yep. We're not going to counter press. We're going to regroup. We're going to distribute to the target man. And we're going to use offside to yeah, sure. That'll do. That's fine. 1 minute to go. Or 1 minute. One goal in between us with 10 minutes to go. They are looking a lot better in this game than they did in the first one. They did manage to turn things around a little bit in that first game. But we are looking a little bit better now. We have tried to shore up a little bit at the back. And there it is. 5-4 on aggregate. We managed to do it. I'm quite impressed. I was not expecting us to get through this first round. So we'll be interesting to see who we have in the next round. I think they did kind of change things around. It's BSC Young Boys. That's the one that might be a little bit of a challenge. But we will come back for that one. We'll be back for the BSC Young Boys, especially this first season. We want to see how far we can go in the inaugural season. We'll be here. But with that said, we will leave it there. We've got a few things we've got to work out as to who will be registering for the game. But there you go. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel. Let me know how you think we're going to get on against the BSC Young Boys. And I will see you in the next one. See you then.